Hello, folks. I'm the Red. This is Hollywood Animal, and last we left off, we were just starting up our studio. We had released our quote unquote our first film, the film that we purchased from the defunct studio as we bought the plot of land, leaving us with about 10 million left over. We now are up to 11 million after releasing that film that we personally did not film. Personally, we're not involved in the production of, although we did do the post production. Fred Lawson here, legal executive, a not so loyal, not so happy man, is poring over the pile of documents we inherited. Came across something rather interesting. Turns out the previous studio promised the late Joe Duvall 25% of the box office for the. Excuse me. Previous studio promised the late Joe Duvall 25% of the box office for the film Messenger of Death. It seems that the condition was added at the last minute. It was introduced as an amendment to the main contract just a few days before Duvall's death. No one even warned us about it. Apparently, the Duvall family doesn't even know about it. And what difference should it make to them? Over his 5-year career, the guy starred in 8 hits. His inheritance should be enough for several generations, not that it ever would. Anyway, of course, the only people enjoying Duvall's money are his drunk father and 2 aunts. The box office takeaway has been substantial. The percentage we owe him is 800,000. Should we contact his relatives and tell them that they can start looking for another beachfront villa? Maybe his father will drink all the money away in a week. We still have to pay. Or this conversation never happened and you never saw the document. I didn't see this document. Did you see this document? I have no idea what you're talking about. Stolen pay. 80 days, until it devolves. We have secrets. Secrets did happen in Hollywood. It was a thing. And they go up there. Up in our little corner there. We are going to go ahead and start pre-production. Start building our pre-production. We want that built quickly. We also want production, offices. We should also get started on security, which can go back here, sure. And engineering can fit in this corner. We're using the same company to produce all of these. We've got the producer's office. And sure, we'll just put it back here. And yeah, let's move forward. Let's move forward at a quicker pace. Script department has a story idea. So if we come here, historical modern American town cowboy. Yeah, sure, I guess you can write this. Historical in a modern American town will be recent history, I'm assuming. Roy Spencer, a producer, a gambler, borrowed a little money from some people, seemed like good guys. They had honest eyes. I'm a great judge of people, but some annoying jerk is following me around everywhere demanding I pay off the debt. I'd returned the whole amount today, but I needed a little time to recoup. You know what they say, you might be strong, but the cards are always stronger. That's all nonsense, by the way. I'll show the cards who's boss. So can you let me go for a couple months while I sort this mess out? It's gonna be a couple months until we have a film to produce anyway, so yeah. We can see that the first one's coming in like 2 months. Construction completed on our pre-production office. We need someone to run it for us. I'm worried about your happiness, Bruce Quinn, but you can spend a lot of money, and I think it's very good to spend a lot of money on pre-production, getting that up and running fast. These actors remained at the studio after it changed ownership. Jane Fisher, Sarah Freed, Russell Simmons, and Gabrielle Rutowski, Peter Harris, and David Gutman. Plus, we got a couple of directors: Anthony Campbell, Lewis Matthews. Pre-production needs to start working. Casting office? I mean, seems obvious, right? How fast do we need to get that up? I mean, we're talking. I'll go ahead and say that can wait. I don't want to spend a ton of money getting that up so much faster than everything else. The amount is a money you spend is a percentage reduction. So if it's already really short, then you're not getting a lot of value out of your money by throwing it in research. Lydia Globe, a perfectionist. Legendary Lydia Globe is back in the saddle. Nearly. Yeah, honey. I know you expected me to start a new film right away, but getting used to talking is taking longer than I expected. We are at the advent of the talkies. She would have been a silent film actress beforehand. You've got to understand, a bird that's used to flying in the clouds can't just dive down to the bottom of the ocean without a little preparation first. I'm doing speech exercises with masters of the stage, stretching out my vocal cords, drinking egg cocktails, getting that velvety voice in the morning. You can already notice a difference. That's right, honey. So please, I'm begging you. I mean, really begging you. Give me 3 more months to get ready for the first talking role. You'll see. Your patience will pay off. I can give you 3 months. Again, first one's going to be running in a month. But we've got plenty of actors. Well, we need to even see what roles we need to film. What roles we need to fill before we really start thinking about that. Anna Rose, our public relations executive. Got a call from Ed Miller, a journalist for the Los Angeles Tribune. He says he fell in love with our first film and wants us to honor him with a tour of the studio. I'm no idiot, of course. Miller doesn't write about movies. He's an investigative journalist. Recently, a cement plant in Santa Barbara was closed after one of his articles was published. And for the record, the cement they made there was excellent, one of the 10 best in the state. I don't know what this asshole hopes to find out, but he likes to pluck colorful facts out of the air. Fortunately, he also likes beautiful women even more. Let's choose a young actress this week, someone loyal and not too talkative. She can show Miller around the studio, drink champagne with him, charm him with her charisma. I bet we'll have him melting. So here we are. These are timed event. We want to be quick to... this is why I might not always run at 3. Because sometimes we've got events that you need to click on fairly quickly. Jane Fisher here, she's loyal. She's not happy, but she's loyal. And we can send her to do a tour for this journalist. If we give her 15K. Yeah, it's not bad. This is... out of the company coffers. We basically paying her to escort him around to show him a good time. It's a company project. One of the actors will give Los Angeles Tribute Reporter a tour of the studio within the week. Must be under 30 and loyalty above 50. She fits that role. Construction completed on the production office. Jane Fisher was marvelous. By midday, Ed Miller was dead drunk and fell asleep in the main office bathroom. We had to force the door and carried his half-dead body home to his wife. She was so grateful that she treated our guys to apple pie. Looks like we're in good standing with the Miller family. So this is the production leader. I'm seeing 10% cash here, which is my most important thing. You're a little more expensive, but you're more loyal and happier, so I'll go ahead with you. We also need, let's see, line production. We can get level 2 studio. I think line production opens the line production office, which gives control over the film schedule. We can cut a month off of the development time with another 100,000. We need to start working on sound stages. The production near the pre-production. I'm gonna say let's drop them at the pre-production. I think even our fastest one is gonna be 30 days, so let's say 2 of these. I'm gonna spend a pretty penny on them, but it's fine. Jane Fisher heard Lydia Globe is coming back out of retirement, or what I actually heard was that she never retired at all. She just went off to work on her voice so she could steal even more roles from us. It's too much to hope for. That greedy bitch did finally retire. There's got to be an ounce of justice in this business. So Jane Fisher conceded. She emphasizes even her most insignificant accomplishments. It demands more respect than she merits. She's not happy. Yeah. Okay, I'll listen to your complaints. Investigation published by the Los Angeles Tribute. Journalist Ed Miller delves in the connection between bootleggers and Hollywood. According to Miller, some film studio launder alcohol money through their cinema chains. The writer doesn't provide any hard facts and instead makes do with implications and circumstantial evidence. The only studio, in Miller's opinion, that definitely does not involve such schemes is Red Wolf Studios. This young and ambitious film company is clearly above such activities. Their goal, he wrote, is to elevate American culture and earn money through honest work. Gives us 15 reputation. Even the most depressing and cynical of times, reputation in Hollywood isn't just empty word. Reputation problems can block access to loans, new technologies, other opportunities. I do want to double check there's nothing else we should be building here. And yeah. For production. We've got the script department ready to be developed. 50 days to start developing new story ideas, which honestly, good idea. We want to also build the story workshop here. Yeah. Say take a month. Construction complete. Producer's office. We need head producer. Again, we're looking for that 10% at least on money, which is these 4. You're probably a good choice, J. Scott. And Matthew Lambert here, maintenance. Go ahead and speed up here. Our producer's office, 50 during negotiations, you'll be able to recover up to 50% of requests using gifts. I wonder what percentage we can do now, but right now we want 2 producers per project. And that 10,000, you can see that 10,000 goes a lot further, chipping off 150 days. 5 months? Am I doing that math right? Out of a multi-year project. Of getting producers to willingly be equal on a project. That, you know, not just a multi-year project, that's a constant project. I just love that we get the little trail here. Construction completed. Security. Yeah, security. That's definitely something we need. You're $2,000 a month, but you are significantly better than anyone else. And both happy and loyal. Security here, we're going to want to spend defensively first. Yeah, definitely defensively we're first. And I'll spend 200 getting this done fast. I probably won't spend the same amount on getting the offensive things or any of the other things, but I would very much like to be able to defend our people quickly. Production department. First soundstage. Soundstage 1. Production department. Soundstage 2. Here and here. Script. Drink from my skull. We're getting our first script written here. And, could be worse. Genuinely, could be significantly worse. The screenwriter Bernard Lawson gained a level during this, and our head of the script department got a lot of experience. Let's see. It is an adventure, comedy, action. So, action comedy. Stars a cop. The enemy is evil monster. There is a female rival. There's a prison break. And the protagonist rescues hostage. Minor character hostages. Yeah, let's start this. We need films to start going out. Like, there's no other way to make money. I mean, there are other ways to make money, but it's not what we do. We do films. Places and events all are here. These are locations. Need to decide whether they'll be shot on stage or on location. Select the location quality. Plan to film some of the theme films on a soundstage. We need a soundstage to do so. Can always change our mind and back out. But let's start with cinematographer. Thomas Morrison, I guess that'll be you. You are equally comfortable on sound stages or location. If we add a soundstage, so if we go location here, we can see this will take a month to locate these city streets that we would want to use on location, and then a month to film on them. If we switch to just a soundstage, take 21 days and a little faster. And none of these were going to be any better shot on location. They'll just be a little cheaper to shoot on the soundstage. So let's shoot the whole movie on a soundstage. Total filming time. You can see that, like, we can tweak one or two things here and there and decide things like that, measure things like that. But, like, honestly, right now, no real reason. You're just as good either which way. So we've got our screenwriter already written. We've got our cinematographer being tied to this now. Filming technology, Doppler, and Sonotone. We don't have any other tech. We'll hire plenty of extras and plenty of crew as necessary. These aren't going to increase the filming time, but they will increase the cost by a little bit. But it is literally just a little bit, although it is per day. So if we run over, we're going to be spending $200 extra plus, well, $50 here and then $150 here. So yeah, $200 extra per day if we run over this 100 days based on this. So producer, we've only got the one available, although we can hire new ones. If we say only ones that are free and we sort by skill, what's our movie here? Adventure, comedy, action. Action comedy with some adventure. Again, free. Established in detective and romance. You're hot-tempered, undisciplined. You're a perfectionist. But, like, you're actually really skilled. You're young, you're hot-tempered and undisciplined, but none of these are horrific. I mean, you're a druggie. Conceited, a misogynist. Got someone that is a natural leader down here. But, honestly, your skill. 6 going on 7. If I said I wanted to hire you for 3 years, we would pay this amount, and it would be flat, 3 years. If we're talking per movie, for 3 movies, it'd be significantly less. Let's hire you for 3 movies. Right. 3 movies. We can't throw anything else into it. But, Bruce Lambert? We'll go ahead and say, you're our producer here. We've got directors. We can't hire directors. So, Anthony Campbell. You are disciplined. Which, considering you're working with an undisciplined producer, probably a good idea. So, we need a cop now. Peter Harris, your leader, hot-tempered. Maybe you'll butt heads with the producer, hopefully not. We need a rival, Jane Fisher, conceited. Naturally, I never doubt your competence. I just want to give you a little professional advice. Choose actors who are at least the same level as the script. If the script is good, but the actor is lousy, they'll drag the film down. So Jane here, she's not as skilled as the script is, so she's not going to be a great choice, but we can't hire anyone else at this stage. And we do want a film to enter production. We also got an evil monster here. Probably in some kind of makeup, so I don't think anything's a factor here other than just skill. You have not played some kind of evil monster recently. You don't have anything. So what we have here is the genres you have recently performed in and the roles you have recently performed in. If you keep doing the same thing again and again, it's going to get stale. But if you're established at it, then it's kind of expected it doesn't get as stale. At least for you as a person. It might still, if we keep producing the same movie, it might just be stale because we're sort of saturating the market. Confirmation, we need to stamp it, and that's it. Production time is being decreased thanks to the practicality of the Dupler. We're expecting one less day of filming. And the longest task will be preparing the city streets. Take pre-production 21 days. We could, go back. Well, we could reset and start again. But this can be helpful for, like, if it's good to be shooting on location, but you don't want to overburden your production. Your longest task can end up being pushed to a soundstage. This game tracks a lot of things. We can see, like, how much is, being put into every step here. But we're just going to start this project right here. Nothing tricky to it. Our first movie goes into production. We've got the engineering department finished. We need a head engineer. I'm looking at 20% here. And I kind of want to do it because the only alternative I'm seeing, like, jumping at me is just going, hey, 0. But I think I'm trying to remember what engineering gives us. I think it's pretty important. Engineering, technology, innovation. Yeah, and we definitely want to spend the whole 200,000. Shaves off the better part of a year. Still be a little while, but risk leak has been reduced. I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna go. What is this? This is the hiring. Yeah. And we're gonna want to sort by skill. Homer, Bobby, you're both skilled 3. What I want to say is go to a secret here. Homer, go ahead and try to suppress that secret. Roy Spencer has returned from his vacation. Returned to his vocation from his vacation. We've got the script department, story workshop, where we can produce our own stories. We're not going to do that right now. I am going to check. We have you, Bearson, wanting to produce action movies. Wild West Cowboy, thriller action. Yeah, let's get that going. I was to say free in order of skill, unbiased. Terry Burgess, you looked really good to me. So I'm gonna say historical action. We'll see what you produce out of that. It's kind of a little one. It's kind of a little bit weird one. But first film in pre. I want to do a check here. We've built everything that we can. Yeah. Services has been unlocked. The aesthetic staff won't worry if we cheap out on landscaping, or we can work with ethnic composition of our studio. Um, we don't plan on upgrading our place for a while. Script result coming in same day. Excuse me, is that a 0 out of 0 or a 0 out of 10? What? Walter West, how did you make? It's a historical detective, takes place in a modern town with a cowboy and an evil witch, and there's a bank robbery. I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on the shelf, okay? That one's not. We've got 3 days until we can develop new film ideas, so I'm gonna go ahead, and these next few days are gonna be quite busy. Let's just tone down the speed here. Drink from my skull. 78,000 on pre-production. Ooh, got a whole point there. We assigned some good staff to this one. Head of pre-production, got some stuff. The cinematographer wasn't great, but we got a good director, good producer, good actors in general. Locations and costumes are pretty meh, but we've got good filming technology for this particular project. They're not great, but we are going to assign security to this project. Do we? Actually, I don't think we do. We're just gonna go start production. It's now filming Soundstage 1. And the script department, we can develop new upgrade story ideas. We've got some books and whatnot. This will be 700 days, 300 days, 500 days. Again, 50 days. Let's go ahead and do that one because everything else is in the hundreds of days. And 6 elements per movie is actually pretty good. That is a genuine upgrade. We can now assign people like you to 21% chance to find new story elements. If I went and said anyone that's free, arrogant, you're a perfectionist, hot-tempered, but you do comedies, which we don't have anyone doing. Libidinous. That's actually not likely to be a problem for you. Although you're like a half point behind Wilfred. Wilfred does comedy though. I'll pick you both up. And what I'm gonna do is say we want to close this, open it, and immediately send both of you to try to find some story ideas for us. The more story ideas we have, the less likely they are going to go badly. We've got the casting office upgrade complete. 500 days for each of those. Technical support. Scouting office. I'm gonna say let's... Oh, I'm getting some lag there. Let's not speed this up. Oh, new scandal. Russell Simmons mixed up his lovers and in one of his letters accidentally called his fluffy squirrel his honeybee. The fluffy squirrel got so angry that she took a stack of the actor's letters to the LA Tribune. Okay. We've got casting office. I'm gonna say let's say put the casting office like I'm gonna line you up here and I might as well go. It's a little more expensive, but it's very little in terms of increased days. In addition to the casting office, we wanted to build something else. Services. Services can go in the back here. And it'll save money on its production. And another film. Not nearly as good as our first, but not as bad as our second one. What is it? Historical romance? Detective historical romance. There's a knight, there's a bandit. It's romance without any women cast. There's an ancient puzzle. For lack of anything better. For lack of anything better, this does get produced. Technologies. We don't have anything to upgrade them. I am going to... I mean, this is like a couple thousand. Like, we can see literally, use 16 days out of 55. This is just, it's just not significant, the amount. Roy, you're the producer on this. Lewis, you'll be the director. We've got a knight and a bandit. So we've got a misogynist alcoholic here in David Gutman. Age is just a number. When people go to the movies, though, their expectations are more conservative. Everyone wants the hero's beloved to be younger, and we want the evil sorcerer to be older. The bandit here. So the knight, the young man, the young drunk misogynist, is going to fight the libidinous racist. Well, those are the actors, but sometimes that stuff comes through. This should not be an expensive movie to produce. Let me check ideas. We've got a thriller. Felix Hill. Do you want a romantic thriller? Yeah, sure. Lydia Globe here saying, I feel my vocal cords strengthening. My timbre is developing. I'm honing my fiction. Soon I'll be a star of the stage as well as the screen, but professional growth takes time. Could you give me another 2 months to complete my training course? I promise, when I'm back on set, my acting skills will blow you away. Okay, 2 more months. We don't have anything else coming up for 2 months anyway. Well, a month. But we don't know for sure that'll have a role she can fill. Movie improved thanks to, well, it being a terrible script, so any amount of skill raises it. The only one that was not quality enough was the cinematographer. We don't need security on this one either. So I've got now 2 films using our 2 sound stages in production, although we're having a stoppage on one of them. Drink from my skull. Jane Fisher brought a cat to the set. The thing ran away, and now Jane Fisher is crying non-stop and can't focus on her role. Her happiness... Oh, this will tank everything. I guess we can stop the filming for 10 days. Bring your loyalty up to max. Let Feelings in a Bottle catch up in terms of production. Our casting office, now live. We can hire people for any role now, which is very good. Operation. Homer managed to minimize the risk here. And we're going to continue. Fred Carpenter, mayor of Los Angeles. Took the family to see our latest movie last night, and I gotta tell you, it was a lovely evening. Can't remember the last time my wife and daughter laughed so much at, what was it called? Murder something, or something death? It was like going to an amusement park, but it only took 2 hours instead of 6. Of course, that's every man's #1 job, to keep the woman and children happy, wouldn't you say? My daughter sure thinks so, never stops reminding me, Dad, you promised to make me happy, and I'll only be happy if I can become an actress. I swear she's talking about it since she was 8, and she's already 19. I used to say I don't have those kinds of connections, but now I'm the mayor, I can't brush her off so easy. And what kind of mayor would I be anyways if I didn't make my own Wendy happy? Anyways, I'm asking you to put her in one of your movies. She's a clever girl, like her pop. You just tell her where to stand and what to say or whatever it is you do, and she'll handle everything beautifully. Just make sure to keep it decent, nothing dirty, right? I don't have anything against it. Business is business. It's just my little princess, you know? 1 year, we can either give ourselves 2 years, or we can say 1 year and top actor. I think we can do 1 year top actor. We might have to hire a top actor. And we might have to produce the film, we might have to write the film ourselves to make sure we have something suitable. I kind of want to push my luck here. I told Wendy you said that. It seems like she didn't believe me. Frankly, I can't quite believe it myself. So I've got Wendy Carpenter. Thanks to her influential father, Carpenter is one step closer to her acting dreams, but it's best to shield her from the real Hollywood. We wouldn't want to break the girl's heart. So we need... We need first to go to the casting office. We're going to hire an actor, someone who's free. superstar with promising talent. Hot. He's chased Peter. Wow, Peter Holland. You do not look 26. Honestly, Peter Holland, you're playing a knight here. You played knights after knights after knights. Also do comedy. I'm kind of inclined to hire you. I'm kind of inclined to say, why don't we get you for 3 years? 3 movies will cost us a not insignificant portion of the same thing for 3 years. You're not conceited. Your self-importance is fairly low. So it's cheap, even if you are really good. And, Peter Hodges, you're a promising talent critically, but you're already a commercial superstar. I mean, like, I just want to lock you up so no one else can get you. You were costing about the same amount. What's this symbol? You're lazy. It's a sloth. It's really hard to see that sometimes. Sally, your team player, rising star. These symbols here, the rising star and the equivalent, the equivalent of the other side, they're just pretty rare. They're rare enough that I'm gonna say 3 years, 100,000. I mean, we throw that much away multiple times a year. Well, not throw it away. We throw it at we throw it at research. Free. We don't have anyone. I mean, you're a perfectionist. You're arrogant. But even though you're arrogant, you're asking for money and you have less. They say where 7 people agree, 8 will fight. We're only allowed 7 screenwriters. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our max screenwriters. To hire any more, we need to fire. Otherwise we start taking some major penalties. We're not going to just let this be anything. What we want is instead go script, story workshop. We want to special write a movie. We're gonna do what? Historical fantasy or something like that. What is it called? Courtly romance. Which we want romantic, we want drama, we want something historical. Let's say romance, historical. Let's say equal parts romance and drama with a fair bit of historical accuracy in there. We will set it in a fantasy kingdom. So yeah, we need to actually start putting elements in our thing. What we want is a knife. We want the love interest. We want the sweethearts to stay together at the end. We're limited to 5 things. Uh, I'm gonna say murderer. And, treasure hunt? If instead of that we'll go evil monster. That's the maximum amount we're allowed to put in. You were romance and historical. I didn't even really think about that, but maybe it was in the back of my mind. Script department. We can now do 6. I'm inclined, actually, to go... yeah, we can't cancel it now, can we? Maybe I should have just waited that extra day, paid attention to where things were, but... Arthur Gerstein, head of Gerstein Brothers. I see you got the hang of this business real quick. Don't worry, kid, I don't bite. Unless, of course, you count those times we were filming The Hungry Vulture. But first of all, it was Bo Quint's directing, and exquisite drag-ass. I don't have to tell you how it is. Second, it was just 1 finger, not 3. I paid the papers to embellish the story just for a hoot. And third, they sewed Quince's finger back on, and he was fine. But while we're talking about me, let's talk about you. The new king of the movie jungle. A lion, a shark. It was just about time for me to retire, don't you think? I can't compete with stallions like you. So, how do you like the industry, kid? Anyone give you any trouble? If you have problems with anyone, don't be shy. Talk to me. Uncle Arthur can sort anything out. Got me, kid? Uh-huh. I got you. That is a head of a rival studio. The share price of Vine Pascal, Pierre Zola Company, and dozens of other companies has fallen by up to 30% at the end of the trading on the New York Stock Exchange. In a single day, panicked investors sold 13 million securities. Financial analysts predict the collapse of the American economy. Great story, right? But, oh, I think I'm gonna let this here mature, and that'll be the last thing we handle for the day. For the episode. Yeah, construction complete. Services. I see no one that can... well, you can actually spend money. Oh, loyalty. Yeah. Handy. I guess we're going to you. We can now offer services during negotiation. We've got medical insurance we can offer. We also need to start you on thing 900 here, but 50 days. And we can start buying watches for people. But, that'll come up next time. I think we'll also probably manage to get our courtly romance movie into production next time. We might sit on a couple of movies for a hot second, just to make sure that nothing gets to take its place. But, if you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time on Hollywood Animal.